Good evening, everyone.
Howdo!
Welcome to Fun Friday, a very warm Friday. And there's more to come. It's going to be nice over the weekend, apparently.
Woohoo!
So make the most of it while you can, because we don't know whether this is a summer or what. We don't know. But, you know, as they say, make hay while the sun shines. So,
I'm sharing.
oh. So yes, hello, I get bronze medal.
Me too!
Hi Kate, how are you?
I don't care enough!
Chris is sobbing in corner because he got the bronze medal. So that's what we were just laughing at. And I'm just basically saying we've got to make the most of it while we've got this lovely sunny warm weather, because this may be a summer, we don't know. You know, make most of it while you can. That's what I say. So
there you go.
Yeah, so Chris has been out again today. Where you been again today?
Longstaff Estate, well, the woods part.
Yeah. Well, if you're that Longstaff Estate, something.
Mm-hmm.
No idea where it is. It's in Sheffield somewhere.
Just before you get to Surprise View.
Oh.
The outskirts of Sheffield.
Now, I do know where Surprise View is because we've been there a few times. So I do know where that is. So
there you go. Basically, just round the corner from it.
Yeah.
You could, in effect.
Hi, Michelle. How are you?
Hello, Michelle.
So yeah, is it a park? She says.
No,
it's like a country walk.
There's a big country house. There's Longstaff House, I think you call it.
Oh.
And it's like got acres and acres and acres of land.
Oh yeah.
And I wanted to find this, like it's like a long street with bridges all over it and everything. But on a bit of a walk, and it went exactly flat.
Hi Bella, she says you again.
Oh no, Mrs. B.
So yes, while I think about it, and I'll probably be saying this all night, Bella's doing a live stream tomorrow because it's a birthday.
Birthday. Or nearly birthday.
So I hope you'll all join Bella in celebrating a birthday tomorrow evening, 8 p.m. our time. I think that's about 3 o'clock in the US in certain regions. I don't know.
Where did it say Bella?
Beauty on a Budget under Becky, no. Where she put likely story.
No.
Well, I can see her.
She blocked me.
Kate's saying she can't see Bella either.
No.
So anyway, well, I can see her. So I can't understand why I can't see Becky. Oh. No, you might have to refresh. Chris is having the same problem, Kate.
Well, the person I can see is Kate.
Yeah, well, some as I say, yeah, Becky says she can see Bella, so I don't know. Let me just have a look on my phone. Let me just have a look.
Restart.
Let me just see. It might just be the fact that it's Chris.
See Becky. Michelle's current corner. Oh, there she is.
Yeah.
Oh, you're not invisible, Bella.
Can you see her now?
I see her now. I just
refreshed. Kate's saying she can see them now as well.
No, I see them.
Oh dear. Oh, Kate just refreshed. Well, that's what Chris has done, and he can see them. Yeah, she's put all I can say all things about Chris and he won't see.
Too late, Mrs.
Oh dear. Oh dear. So yeah, I may have decided what I'm going to do on Tuesday evening. I'm going to do some chocolate muffins, chocolate chip muffins. What could possibly go wrong? Nothing, hopefully. I mean, I can laugh about it now, but obviously I won't laughing Tuesday evening. But yeah, something, you know, relatively simple that, you know, prove to everybody that I can bake. You know, it was just one of them things. So yeah, I've sort of been, I have got some chocolate drops or chocolate chips, whatever you call them, but you know, same as I said, I'm gonna, you know, mess about with things. Oh, pardon me. I will sort of attempt the chocolate mousse. Same as Chris says, we think as well that there's something wrong with his freezer, the fridge part of it. Now, freezer part is working perfectly fine, but this Callum has cereal in the morning, and basically he said the other morning that the milk felt warm. I don't know, Becky. It's still in the fridge. Hi, Mel.
Hello.
So yeah, so that might be the problem. So before, you know, we've had to put the cooker on the back burner. So we're on about just getting like an under counter fridge, if you know what I mean. Hiya, I'm Jad. How are you?
Hi.
So yeah, so basically, I don't. Now you see, the thing is as well is that was second hand when we. There was is
It's been camera.
Yeah. So there you go, just to prove it.
Oh, I'd rather give me actually.
Has it set and everything? So there you go. I think you can safely. I think you can safely say it's set. It's got a spoon up in it.
That's right.
So yes, so that's just to prove that he, you know, he is eating it. Kate says it looks set to me. Well, I think you can safely say that, Kate, because you stood the. Well, we think. You see, when we had it, it was second hand, and we've had it about 8 years, haven't we?
At least
something like that. So, but we can't understand why it's only affecting the fridge part, not the freezer. Becky says it was a success, but it could have been the fact that the cream was in the fridge and it's got to be like chilled. So you know, there's a whole thing, you know, that you know, that could have caused it, you know what I mean? But same as I've said, I'm not one to give up. I will try it again. So, and before I forget, Bella, we have posted a card, but you may not get it on your birthday. So it's all right. I can't see through my glasses. So yeah.
Not sure.
What?
Says, did you change? Oh.
Eat it all.
Nearly. What a great pot that.
I know it is. It were a big glass.
Oh. That's most of it.
Right, I can see now. Can you change the temp? Yeah, because see on top of it, Kate, there's like a digital thing. But it you know, like how you can normally hear your fridge, like when it gets up to temperature and it you know, it makes a noise. It weren't making no noise. So basically, Chris turned it off and on again, and it were doing that. Becky says sent leftovers to her. Yeah, but you see, what we can't understand, Kate, is the fact that the freezer, everything's still frozen. It's not affected the freezer. It's just the fridge part. So it could be the fact that, you know, it's degassed itself or something, but we didn't realise there were a problem until the other day when Callum said when he had his cereal that the milk tasted warm. Yeah. So basically, I'll probably get like one of these under counter fridges, you know what I mean? Because we have got like a separate chest freezer. So, you know, I'll probably just get the fridge bit of it, if you know what I mean. So yeah, again, the cooker's got to be put on the back burner because we, you know, same as Chris says, we can't really do without a fridge, you know, because we've got milk and we've got like chilled stuff in it, you know, cream cheese and milk and like fresh meat and things like that, you know what I mean? Make sure you don't stick nothing right to back of it, like touching the back wall. So yeah, same as I say, you know, that's sort of a bit more important than the cooker at the moment. Same as I said, you know, you've got to look at it from a point of view. This cooker works. It's just that it's old, you know. And same as I said, if we're having a problem, rather than it go all together and not have a fridge. So one can break down and the other works fridge freezer. It's up to me when I punctured freezer. But you see, basically what I do, Becky, is when I defrost it, I just unplug it. I put like old towels and I let it defrost naturally. You know what I mean? I don't poke and prod and whatever about because I know how easy it is to damage them. So basically, when I defrost them, I just unplug it, let it defrost naturally, and put like towels and everything under. Yeah, I'll have a look. Oh my God, what a nightmare for me. Went to Sainsbury's with my uncle. 3 rounds. First queue, second round, still long queue. Third, it was quieter, the queue outside. 6 p.m. we left to go to Sainsbury's. Oh dear. But you see, it's same everywhere else, Amjad. It's same here in Sheffield. You know what I mean? And you know, it's catching it at the right time. You know what I mean? But I felt lucky again because I'm having a delivery by Tesco's on Thursday. So we've just dropped lucky with that one. So when the second time the freezer went out via ice pick, he seemed upset. Oh dear. But same as I say, I said to Chris, the fridge is more important than anything else because obviously the weather that we've been having at the moment, you know, we're going to have a lot of things going off if we don't get a fridge. Yeah, we've actually got a massive Sainsbury's in Sheffield, Amjad, and I don't think it's been built all that long, really. So yeah, so that's this plan of campaign. I might have to have a look and you know and get same as I said, just like one of these under, you know, like just a fridge to last us, you know, till we sort summer out. You know what I mean? You know, until we, you know, we can get like because the freezer part of it has got like a lot of stuff in it. Now we have got a separate chest freezer, so it's like sorting out using a lot of the stuff up that not fit in the chest freezer before we can actually pull it out and throw it away, you know what I mean, and leave it for scrap man. So I says, well, until we can do that, we might just have to buy a fridge. So you know, that's hopefully what we're going to do sooner rather than later. So if you're wondering what Chris is doing, is just feeding the kitty cats. Oh, pardon me, that's that coffee. So so yeah, so that's oh, I've got an under counter fridge, but I want a fridge freezer. But you see, your kitchen ain't as big as ours, is it, Bella? So it's like with yours, it's finding out where you're going to put it, if you know what I mean. So but I mean, if let's say, for instance, I look on Gumtree and I can see a relatively cheap enough fridge freezer, I will get that, and it will just do a straight swap and take everything out the freezer in this fridge freezer and put it straight into the.
They've flogged that for 100 quid and scammed somebody.
Oh dear!
I wouldn't know that.
I know where you could put it. Wakey, we're talking about. We think we're thinking as fridge freezers on. Well, the fridge part of it, freezer seems to be fine. But Callum had some cereal the other day and said it was the milk felt warm. Oh. Amjad says, I bought some tea lights, like wider maxi ones, because from Monday I'm going to use my wax burner in the living room to make it smell nice every night.
Oh, there you go now.
So yeah, so we're thinking that the fridge part of the fridge freezer, but same as I said to Chris, I says it don't seem I can sort of the freezer part be working fine, but the fridge part not. Are they on separate? You know, I know you have to have gas in them and whatever, and this, that, and the other. Are they sort of separate or are all in one? Sounds like your compressor is on the way out. It may be, it could be. Same as I say, Chris turned it off and on again the other day, and it's sort of seemed to have been working all right since then. But same as I said to Chris, I says we could get up one morning and all stuff out at freezers defrosted, you know what I mean? And we don't want to do that. Can I have a couple, one for each armpit?
They can smell nice.
Yeah, he says check the door seals first. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's but I was just saying as well, that was second hand when we bought it, and we've had it 8 years. So you know, you know, yeah, we've had as money's worth out on it. I got my fridge freezer off Gumtree, £75, only a year old, with water disp. Ooh. She says, yeah, they're only getting rid of it because they were changing like decor in kitchen, I would imagine.
Well, gone from a red toaster to a silver one, so they had to get fridge to max.
Yeah. But I mean, can I put it? I'm not one that's too much into matching accessories, if you know what I mean. If it works and it works all right and it's cheap enough, then, you know, that'll do me. He knows Wakey, I'm calling. He knows Amjad is just winding you up. He says it's the wax melts, not them sort of. He knows. You ought to know Chris by now and know when he's trying to wind you up, Amjad.
I got it. One to me. Boom. 1-0, Amjad.
Oh dear. And we're having a right. It's still on sale in Courage, £500. You got a right bargain there.
It is.
So, yeah. But I mean, with me and Chris were having a laugh about, because in the thing that is uploaded today on his channel, and we watched it last night because we always watch it the night before when it's due to be published next morning. So Chris went, just keep your eye on Callum. So anyway, I'm watching, and every time a girl went past, he was like, and he did it quite a few times.
I don't bed, bless him.
So I went, I says to him, I says, you know, you're leading our son astray. He says, well, I didn't tell him to look at, girls, you know what I mean? So all mine is stainless steel and black only. Thing is, my washing machine is white, but you can get some deals. Well, this is it. Same as I say, I look at it this way, Kate. So long as it works, it's cheap enough, you know, and it goes, then, you know, I don't care what colour or whatever it is.
The only thing I draw a line to is a pink washing machine.
Bella says I'd like a dishwasher. But other things are needed first, like a sofa where your arse hits the floor when you sit down. Give him a proper haircut and a couple of cans of links. But you see, the thing is, Wakey, Callum's very socially awkward. But he'll look, but he'll not go over and start talking to him, if you know what I mean.
You know what I'd do, wouldn't you, if I were with him? He said, "Would chat him up for me, Dad?" They get to chat him up for him.
But yeah, it is, you know, because of the nature of his learning difficulties, it's very socially awkward. Because same as us, I mean, he once said to me, I think there were a girl at college that he liked, and he says, well, how would you start talking to her? You know, and I says, well, all you've got to do, I says, as a conversation starter is go over and say, excuse me, is anybody sitting there? Or do you mind if I join you, you know, and then, you know, you can start talking from there. And you know, you've just got to say, you know, excuse me, is there anybody else, you know, sitting there, or do you mind if I sit down at your table or whatever? Yeah. I can remember that one. And do you live on your own?
Live.
Oh. And yeah, but I mean, that's sort of something for a future conversation. You don't just go straight in for jugular.
Yeah, I'll go back to yours for a coffee.
We don't know yet, Kate. We haven't got a clue yet.
What's that?
but yeah, you know, I says there's like a conversation, you know, even if it's just to start up a conversation, I says you can talk about, you know, as the conversation flows, whatever, you know, what course you're on. Bella says his eyes are not socially awkward by the sound of it. Hi, Richard, how are you?
Hello, Mr. Rich.
But yeah, you know, I mean, same as it's the first approach. That's what is awkward about, you know what I mean? You know, same as I said to Chris, you know, I mean, even same as I said, even if she don't sort of fancy him back, at least you can make friends with her, if you know what I mean.
You don't fancy me, I've got any mates.
But yeah, you know, I mean, it's you know, same as I've said to it many times. There's plenty of time yet, Callum. You know, there's.
Enjoy your life first.
Guess what? I bet she's going to make a cuppa.
Yeah, don't go.
Oh dear, but yeah, same as I say, you know, it's
Nowadays girls make clear food, they don't.
But same as I say, you know, same as we've said, you know, don't sort of you know, put all your eggs in one basket, so to speak, you know what I mean? You know, just take things as they come and, you know, sort of just take it from there. She says, it's Bella's birthday tomorrow. Ah, well, I didn't know that, Kate. So, yes, I'll keep saying it. Bella's doing a live stream tomorrow. So if you want to come and wish her a happy birthday and join in the fun, she's going live at 8 o'clock tomorrow evening.
You on a budget?
Yes, so yes, you know, and of course yours truly taught her how to set StreamYards up and everything. You know.
The two techno babes.
Two techno babes. but yeah. And I says to her, I says, look, Bella, I said, if I can do it, I says, anybody can. You know. So yeah, you know, I mean, it's I think Jeanette's put it in the Guardian. Wakey says, put a couple of £50. Wakey. Have a couple of £50 notes. What's the £50 note?
What's a 50p piece? This like a £50 note.
Yeah, but yeah. But I will say, in Bella's defence, basically, when she set it all up, she did put it to private because she'd done a thumbnail for it. So she says, I'm going downstairs. She says, the thumbnail's on my laptop. So give me 10 minutes and I'll ring you back. So I'm sat there and I'm watching clock. And I thought, well, this is a long 10 minutes. So anyway, she messaged me back. She says, I've done it. And she'd done it all by herself. And then she says, what did she say? Has it come up on thingy? Says, you've got to be a bit more specific. She says, you know, where it says it's scheduled for such and such a time. So I went on my phone and I says, yeah, I says, it's there, you know, it's scheduled for 8 o'clock on the 30th. So, you know, everything's there. What do we call it? Yeah. No, she said, yeah. She says, is it up on thingy? Has thingy come up? So I went, I'll have a look. So I went on it. Schedule thing with there. So I have set the reminder, Bella. So anyway. So, but I've still got to phone you tomorrow to see what to do next. Well, all you do, Bella, is when you enter the broadcast. Hiya, Adrian, how are you?
Hello, Adrian, look.
When you enter the broadcast studio, you actually have to add yourself.
she'll be talking away. For
Oh,
about an
yeah,
hour.
yeah. And nobody will see you. You've got to actually add yourself.
Yeah, she'll be talking away for
And
about
then
an hour.
in
Where
like top right, well, my right hand corner, it says go live. So it don't automatically start. You know, you have to you know, you have to click on go live, but you have to add yourself to the stream first. I forgot to tell you that bit yesterday. So oh, he says he's burnt all over. He's been doing the garden for 2 hours. So I had a little bit of a wardrobe malfunction this morning. Not that Chris were complaining like. I've got like a really strappy maxi dress. But the only problem is my boobs were falling out left, right and centre. They were falling out from under my armpits. They were falling out at front. So yeah, I says to Chris, I says, I ain't sitting here with this on doing the live stream. So yeah, so I ended up going and changing and putting this on. And Chris says, oh yeah, he says, I like it a lot. And I went, yeah, you probably do. I says, but everybody else don't want to see me baps out on show. Poor postman's gonna have to have therapy for the next 10 years. Oh yeah, I'm gonna say I've put the reminder thing on anyway, even though she not let me forget anyway. That is Babs. Babs? Don't you mean Babs?
Babs.
She says that would have bumped up your watch time. But yeah, Bella. Same as I say, it's this like this bit. This I think the straps need sort of taking up a little bit because I think that's why it is a very strappy. You know, same as I say, but they were like, you know what I mean? They were like out there, and it is very low cut. So this is actually a dress, Kate. Bella likes this one as well. So it's a nice dress, but the only downside of it is it's got slits up side. So when you walk, it's actually dragging on floor. Get her gaffer tape down 3 or 4 rolls should do. It's not that, it's the design of the dress. I think because it's like a thin strap, I think it needs like sewing, you know, so it sort of pulls, you know, because I'm that top heavy, it sort of pulled the top down, if you know what I mean. But because I had to laugh, Bella, because it's a strap. I mean, this one's not too bad, but it's got big, like, gaping, you know, it were really low underarms as well. So they were coming out all over the place. They were coming out front side. They were coming out front. Oh. So she says it's like trying to pour a pint and a half in a pint pot. But yeah, and I says to Chris, I says, you know, I like the dress, but it's the fact that, you know, it's strappy, and I think the straps need taking up, you know, and because I'm top heavy, they were just falling out all over the place. So yeah, a bit of a you know, sewing needed, I think. Escaping Kate, I think they wanted to be set free. same as I said to Chris as well. It's all right for you men. You could just whack a t-shirt on and you know, and but jobs are good in, you know what I mean? But we us women, because we have boobs, you've got to think, you know, how much cleavage and whatever you're showing. So, oh dear. I'm so short that low-cut dresses show my knees. So I've just got a question to ask, Bella. Was that a dress that you had on yesterday? Because I loved that. I loved it. Were it a t-shirt and joggers, or were it a dress? But women see us men's butt cracks. Well, only if you're bending over right in front of them, Adrian. But yeah, I mean, I'd be first one to say, if you've got it, flaunt it, but not in this case. If you know what I mean. But yeah, it were too revealing. Let's just put it that way.
No, it wasn't.
It was like a black, not a cami top, but it was like a black, and it got a butterfly or flowers or something on it. It were black. She says, I've slept since then. What did I have on? And she's asking me. It were black, and it were like a vest top type of thing. But I don't know whether it were a dress or whether it were a vest top and you know. Oh, it were a maxi dress. It were very nice. So yeah. But you see, I want something like that. You see, the grey one that I've got is like it's got like a t-shirt type of sleeve, and when it's warm like this, you get too hot in it because it is cotton. So I mean, it did say on tomorrow's forecast, and like forecast for weekend, it's gonna be like 22 here, I think.
Red hot again. Love it.
So yes, I did like that. I did like that dress that you got on yesterday, Bella. Because I meant to ask you, were it a dress or were it, you know, like a vest top and jogging bottoms or joggers or jeggings or whatever you call them. But so yes, I managed to get the Tesco delivery slot. I come down here, I think it was about 3:30. And I thought, just after a matter of interest, I'll look, see if there's any delivery slots. Lo and behold, I got one for Tesco's. So yeah. So if sort of I can give anybody any pearls of wisdom, is, you know, get up out of bed at early hours and you might find a delivery slot.
Yeah, so come shopping day, 3:30 in the morning, you wake up, come down here, do your shopping.
Yeah. So basically that like for about an hour and a half I sat there, you know, doing all my shopping. So the Tesco driver needs therapy as well. Well, it's not being delivered till next Thursday. Well, a week is yesterday. But what I'd done is I'd got a click and collect for Asda. Now, same as I said to Chris, it still means you've got to go out, blah, blah, blah. And I'd much sooner, you know, have it delivered. Barry, this is a no smoking area.
Bella's views.
So, yes. So right, Barry, if you were wondering, if you want to recap, I I put a dress on and all me baps were on show. So I changed into this one. Oh dear. So, and Bella's going live tomorrow evening. And on the front page, when I did the shopping, you know how Chris likes his Fosters. Yeah, they hadn't got it says sorry, this is unavailable. So I've had to order him calling. And I didn't come live with it on, Barry. I put it on this morning. It's you know, I mean, Chris weren't complaining. He were enjoying the view, but I says I'm not going live with this frock on because they were coming out all over the place. So yeah, so I quickly did a wardrobe change, and you know, I thought, well, I can't go live with this on because, you know, they were there for all to see. You know what I mean? Should have got him baby shower. I know already said if I'd ordered him baby shower instead.
That'll be used as hand sanitizer.
But yes, and same as because he says, what? No Fosters? And I went, well, you'll have to make do with calling. It's either that or nothing. I says, at least it's, you know, it's wet and it's alcohol. Who's this vlog from the bog, Chris? So yeah, so yeah, so 3:30 this morning, I were down here ordering my shopping. Right, Bella's just sent me a photograph.
Laugh from the back.
That's the one, Bella. Yeah, that's the one. She sent me a photograph of that dress hung up. Yeah, that's the one, Bella. I'd love something like that. So it's just, you know, dropping right. You know what I mean? Yeah, that is the dress, Bella. Let's see. Let me just I have to turn my brightness down on me thing. So yeah, just got to turn my brightness down, and I'll so yeah, I don't know whether you can see it or not. So I don't know whether can you see it? It's like a black stroppy one, but it's what has it got? Is it flowers, Bella? Has it got flowers on it? Don't know whether you can. Yeah, I don't. It's like on the top bit, it's got flowers on. So yeah, I mean that's what Bella had got on yesterday when I was sort of talking her through the StreamYards thing. And I meant to say to her, oh, that were it a dress or were it a, you know, a top and bottoms or a strappy one? So, yeah, I seen one of them on, I think it was Facebook today. But, so yeah, same as I say, I'd love something that'd be ideal. But same as I said, you see, when I'm looking, because I strap on. What I use is yours clothing, and then I think to myself, does it warrant it paying, you know, let's say about 25 quid for a dress? Yeah. does it warrant paying about 25 quid for a dress that, I mean, let's face it, I don't very often wear dresses. You know what I mean? I tend to wear tops and jeggings or leggings or whatever you call them. You know what I mean? So, yes, don't forget, again, Bella's going live because it's her birthday tomorrow. So, I mean, had we not been in lockdown, we'd have probably been going over there and I'd have made her a birthday cake, etc., etc.
Whilst me and Baz went to pub.
So, yes, so... Oh, Bella says she waits till end of season. That was £6 a couple of... Yeah, you see, and that's sometimes what I, you know, and same as I say, Bella, I look on that yours clothing and we're talking, you know, at the cheapest end of thing, they're about 24, 25 quid. And then I think, well, does it warrant spending that much money when I can get like a couple of tops and a couple of pairs of leggings for the same thing when I don't wear dresses or that, you know? So, you know, it's same as I was saying to Chris earlier on, had we not been in this lockdown situation, even though they are relaxing it a little bit, but you still sort of can't go and visit your friends. Had we not have been in lockdown, we'd have probably been going over to Bella's and I'd have made her a cake and whatnot. You know what I mean? Yeah, and that's what I'm saying, Bella. I'm sort of like you. I'm thinking now, if I spent 25 quid on a dress, I can get like probably a couple of t-shirts and you know, probably 2, 3, 4 pair of leggings or jeggings or whatever you call them. For that price, and then I sort of, oh bugger it, I'll get a couple of t-shirts. You know what I mean? And Bella thinks exactly like me. You know, does it warrant spending that much money on a dress when, you know, I can get so much more if I buy a couple of t-shirts or vest tops or yeah. But same as I say, for Welsh Clark and Amjad and everybody, Barry's views, we've known him a lot of years. Well, since, you know, Chris has known him longer than what I have, because I've, same as I say, I've only been on YouTube for about 3 years.
No.
Yeah.
Hey?
No what?
Chris has known him and...
No, Barry's views.
Oh, I wonder who you're about.
Yeah.
Oh, him! We all know Barry.
Yeah, but yeah, is that because of your COPD, Barry? I mean, because Barry suffers with COPD, and he says he's had his letter to self-isolate. Wales is changing on Monday. We can visit family, but they must be local within 5 miles, and it must be outside. You visit them in the garden 2 meters away. Yeah, it's because he's got COPD. But I've been, it's all right. I'll just recap a little bit for Barry as well. I went for my B12 injection on Tuesday, and she also did my blood pressure check, and she also did some bloods. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. It's like your lungs, Bella. It's like how can I put it? The worst end of sort of asthma. Which means I can't hide in the bushes with my camera like what Chris is doing. So yeah, COPD is something, I forgot what it is. Obstructive pulmonary disease. I'll sort of tell you the exact what it means. Chronic obstructive pulmonary disease. So yeah, it's like shortness of breath, coughing, wheezing. It's on the more serious side of asthma, if you know what I mean. And it's, I mean, a lot of people, when they have COPD, have to have constant oxygen. So, but it's basically, it means that your heart's not pumping the, it's very bad bronchitis. It's basically your heart's not pumping the blood that contains oxygen and everything around your body. It's really on the very, very severe side of asthmatic, if you know what I mean. So head dropping time. So yeah, some as I say, but the thing is, like when you've got COPD, I mean, the symptoms of this COVID-19 obviously is breathlessness, a wheezy cough, but when you've already got that, so you won't know if you've got it or not, and you're more susceptible to, you're more susceptible to catching things. And it's like somebody with COPD wouldn't know whether they've got COVID-19 or not, because that's a general symptom of the COPD, like breathlessness, coughing, wheezing, Yeah. But yeah, same as Barry says, it's like severe bronchitis, you know what I mean? It's yeah. But you see, I mean, when you've sort of got COPD, I mean, the last thing you want to be doing is getting COVID-19. Hey, we've got Johnny Five.
Bob is alive.
So Johnny's got not a new caravan, but he's been and bought a new caravan. But not a new caravan.
Second hand.
But he's been doing some restorations to it, painting and whatever. And
hey, can I just ask Johnny? Can he come and do a restoration of our garden?
Yeah, 2001. That's not too bad. Oh, I've got an itchy ankle now. So if you see, if I'd have bent down while I got that dress on, you'd have been getting a full view now. So yeah. So if I'd have had that dress on earlier on, you'd have been looking what I'd had for breakfast. So yeah, it says our supervisor. Richard says COP tends to run hand in hand with poor circulation. Oh. So yes, I mean, I can say something now because Kate's an auntie again. Natasha's had a little girl. So I mean, I did know she'd had the baby, but Kate told me to keep quiet about it, so I did. She says, be right back. So yes, beautiful little girl, Ellen. I forgot what she called it now. So Kate is actually an auntie again, because it's Aisie's sister that's had the baby. Yeah, she's absolutely gorgeous, Kate. And I love the photograph where the two other girls is like looking down on her. The look of love in their eyes when they sat watching her. And I was sort of, if I were a bit younger, I'd have probably got broody, but I'm not. Because she's, and talk about all hair she got on. So yeah. So Kate's an auntie again. So, I'm making a cup of Kate.
Oh no.
Walls I've delaminated a bit, been stripping back PVA, everything, and papering them, sealing with, yeah. Well, I mean, I think the family's complete now with 3 boys and 3 girls. Hiya, JDS. Don't go. Yeah. See you later, Barry. Thanks for popping in, and don't forget Bella's live tomorrow evening. Yeah, I'm fine, JDS. It's been a lovely warm day here in the UK. So yes, yeah. And same as I say, Johnny, I'd have been about 18 years younger or maybe more, I'd have probably gone a bit broody, but
on that note, good night, everybody.
Yeah, that's the only downside, isn't it, Kate? You can't go and visit and have a cuddle with her, and He says, yeah, perfect day for painting, was drying as fast as I was painting. Well, I mean, that's a good thing, really, isn't it, Johnny? You know what I mean? You don't want sort of everything to be tacky, at least, I don't think you've ever had a blue wrench. I don't know. I can't remember ever giving you a blue wrench. Ah. So, and Maria, their mum, another grandbaby. But this is it. It's you see, this is the thing as well. I mean, her husband weren't allowed to be with her at the birth. So, I mean, how bad is that? You know what I mean? It's horrible. I mean, same as I said to Chris, can you imagine, you missing out on Callum's birth? You know what I mean? Every dad wants to be there when the son or daughter's born. And it's it's horrible that this virus won't allow the dad to be there at the birth. Everybody wants to see the birth of their own child. And same as I've said, Tasha said it's going to be a last baby. So he's actually missed out on the last baby, Oh, okay, then, Kate. I'll still be here when you get back. It's only 10 o'clock. You've got about an hour. So yeah, I mean, it must be horrible not to be able to be there at the birth of your own child. You know what I mean? So I'll be back in a bit. Have you given and opened patio doors back up? Have you bit the bullet and opened? Yeah, I know it is. I'm feeling a bit of a sweat on at the moment. So yes, and I've had my clothes out. Well, Chris pegged them out. Dried them lovely. So, you know, all's good, you know. Yeah. Yeah, plus she's over 5 miles away. But you see, this is the thing. I mean, it's like dangling a carrot in front of a donkey. You can go out, well, let's say if she lived closer than 5 miles, you can go over there, but you can't touch and you can't cuddle. It's like, you know, dangling a carrot in front of a donkey. You know what I mean? It's that's right, Mickey Mooney's keep. That wakey, because I said you peg washing out. But yeah, it dried on lovely today. So you know, I mean, it dried them lovely. So I says to Chris, I says, it's a pity we only stripped bed last week. Otherwise, I'd have stripped all beds and got everything. You know, it's been that warm that I'd have got, like, you know, if I'd have gone through arse and stripped all beds, and it is still probably a dried them, you know what I mean? So my ankle's still itching, it's driving me nuts. I might have to put some of that cream on in a bit. So yeah, the only problem I've got is, like, I've had a bath this morning and it dries all my skin out. Bloody midges is back till you've got door open. So yeah, I'm just using some of this. It works on everything, and that, some, as I say, my ankle's itching, and that's the only problem with me, because my skin's so sensitive. When I even there were, you know, when I have a bath, it dries all my skin out. So I bet, are you having a fried egg sandwich? It's actually on inside on my ankle. That's what it is. I'm laughing at Wakey. Says he's got 12 kilos of wonky carrots. He says he's going to juice them tomorrow, so I should be orange by Monday. Double egg butty. See, I can read cake like a book. So yeah. Oh God, I know you'd have to slip that in somewhere.
The web festing back on Sunny.
Yes. Oh God. I knew it'd get round to football. Yes, the Premier League is starting again on the 17th of June.
Boom.
Even though they're going to be playing behind closed doors, and you know, but the 4 teams that have got a game in hand are playing first. Oh, yeah, I wanted 750, got it for 550. Has the motors on it to move caravan, so you can actually press a remote and caravan moves by itself. So yeah, so Chris and Callum was in raptures yesterday when they announced that the season would be starting again on the 17th of June, and the 4 teams, which includes Sheffield United, because they've yeah, I've just said same to Chris K. It were getting hot, so he's opened the patio doors, and he says that it's them little midge things that I'm getting. It's them like little midgy things. So yeah, so Chris and Callum are going to be happy bunnies that the Premier League is starting, and they'll be one of the first teams playing, because Sheffield United is one of the teams that have got I think there's Man City, Aston Villa, we're Everton, one of them. Talking to you. Who's the 4 teams? I know Man City's one of them. Aston Villa,
Arsenal, Man City, Arsenal, and Villa versus no.
Patio Doors is a midget. No. but yeah, I mean, I sat here other night, and it's that warm. They're all midgets come out, and they were driving me nuts. Yeah, you see, the thing is, I like them, Kate, and we used to have them all the time, but it's like, I don't know where to get them from now. I know they do them on Amazon. So yeah.
I'm having another coffee.
No, I've still got some, but
say, Bobby, don't go.
But yeah, I mean, we've got a problem, you know, with the little midges pound shop. We see where we live, Wake, and we've got, where is it? Pound stretcher. Just down road where Asda is, we've got a pound stretcher and Own Bargains. Yeah, well, Own Bargains, she said. So yeah, we've got an Own Bargains and a pound stretcher down. Oh, I've not seen many. I mean, there were when Chris and Callum went out earlier on, and there were a massive bumblebee come flying in, and I thought, well, I'll wait a minute and see what it does. And it basically, it sort of hovered round Patio Doors and then went back out again. So yeah, I mean, next time Chris goes down, Kate, I'll tell him to have a look for some of them on in Own Bargains, or it's pound stretcher we've got. So yeah, I'll have to let him. How do you stretch a pound? They are metal now. But yeah, you know, I mean, it's you see, this is another thing as well, Bella, what I found as well. I couldn't get any, you know, the greaseproof paper that I use. I couldn't get any from Asda. I couldn't get any from anywhere else. And Chris were going to Own Bargains for something this particular day, and I said, just have a look, see if they've got any greaseproof paper in.
Oh, the phone's still on.
So yeah, so he managed to get me some. So off to a caravan scrapper, see if get 1 second. Well, you should be able to, Johnny. But I mean, it's like 6 of one and half a dozen or another, Kay. If you, they're not the easiest looking things on the eye, but I'd sooner have one of them dangling from the ceiling rather than having flies buzzing around my head. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think I know what you're talking about, Kate. Well, I think the are they fly traps or the sticky glue? Yeah. Yeah, they exactly what I'm talking about, Kate. They're exactly what I'm talking about. But some as I say, where we used to live, we had like it was like a mini precinct, and there were a hardware shop, and we always used to get them from this hardware shop. But then when we moved here, I hadn't been able to find any since, but I did see some on Amazon. Adrian says he's broke his, he smashed his strimmer up, and he's only got handle bit left. He says, anyone want to buy the handle part of a strimmer? It's no good with nothing attached to it, Adrian. But yeah, and I am seriously considering getting one of them. Yeah, I'll get Chris to have a look, Kate.
What?
You know them fly things that we had dangling from the ceiling.
Yeah.
Kate says you can get them from Home Bargains.
Oh.
Because we haven't been since we moved here, we haven't been able to find any, have we?
Oh, they've never had them down at our Home Bargains.
But that's when we used to live near that hardware shop, didn't it? We used to get them from there. Pardon me. But yeah, you know, I mean, I am seriously considering getting one of them, you know, like Kate told me about. It's like a thing that you put over at door, like with magnetic strips on. So, and it's basically, you can have your doors open, but it shields against like bumblebees and wasps and things coming in. Everybody been talking about your eyeing the ladies up yesterday.
Yeah, mine yesterday, we're eyeing them up on way home. There's some birds about, Dad. Is there?
Your dad's only got eyes for me, Callum. He don't look at other birds.
I've got to concentrate driving, not looking at birds' boobies bouncing up and down as they're walking along, or when they're jogging and their arse is wiggling about me. I've seen none of that stuff when I'm driving.
Oh yeah, I'll have to have a look. See you,
Good night,
morning,
everybody.
mate. It's all right. At least he can laugh with us. You know, he's laughing about it. I says at least he can laugh about it. So yeah, you know, same as Chris says. This, you know, there's no harm in looking. You know what I mean?
You're lucky, but no touchy.
Huh?
None of this.
Callum's tutting now because he nearly grabbed me. Johnny says he calls it window shopping. Oh dear. But yeah,
going into town window shopping.
Yeah.
You know what he's on about then.
but the thing is, Johnny, we taking Mickey out of him because on Chris's video that he put up this morning, you can like see as soon as a young girl walks past, Callum's going, and he's like he's following her, and then another one walks past, and he's like this.
That's what I'm always like.
So anyway,
we admitted it, mate.
you know, same as I said, you know, there's no harm in looking. You know what I mean? Kate says, "Night, Callum. Well done with your vlogging." And Johnny says he's on eat.
It's his new hairstyle, you see.
But yeah, you know, I mean, Johnny's met our Callum. He is a bit socially awkward, and it's sort of striking that first conversation up. I mean, you know, God bless his soul. But if Chris has anything to go by, he just went, "Do you want a drink?"
Hey, it worked, didn't it?
You know, I mean, Chris has not got a good track record on chatting the ladies up.
Hey, I don't have to chat about. They just take one look at me. They come spooming.
Yeah. Adrian says Callum will get a girlfriend next. You'll get it. You know, you don't have to walk before you can run. I mean, run before you can walk. So Bella's put, oh, bless him, he's a good one. He is, Bella. You know, it's caught a young bird walking past the car wearing leggings on the dash cam. She could have cracked walnuts and ground them to a fine pan. See, it's not only your dad that's leading you astray.
Peer pressure me now.
Hiya, Tracy, how are you? But
Hello, Tracy. Good night, Tracy.
So what did he say other day after I cut my hair, cut his hair?
What?
About I might find a girlfriend now I've had my hair cut.
I didn't say that.
What did you say?
Well, I can't remember.
I forgot. I can't remember. It was something about chatting girls up anyway.
Well, I can't remember.
I can't remember what it were.
Getting ready for the ladies.
Peering is what will get you into trouble.
No, I think I said I get older girls.
Oh yeah, he says because he's had his hair cut, he's going to get old girls. You see.
I think that's what I said.
So yeah, you know, it's a case of, you know, it'll come. I mean, he's only 17, so you know.
So anybody's daughter that's free and available, you know.
Callum is a good lad.
Obviously. It says as if it's got to be legal, he says.
So yeah, I mean, you know, he is a good lad, you know. I mean, his heart's in the right place, but it's same as we've said, you know, you don't put all your eggs in one basket, so to speak. You know, you've you know, he's got to live a little first, if you know what I mean. So yeah, you know, he's still young yet. Well, Clark says, Callum, there's plenty of women up here, but I think they're a bit older.
Ain't nothing wrong with the older woman.
We'll get all the punk chicks, just make sure Doc Martens aren't bigger than yours. But you know, it's I think he does like them a bit older, actually. So I mean, I'm 9 years older than Chris, so he likes them a more mature woman. So hiya, Ian, how are you?
Man in a shed.
When he runs snobbies, he says she made this chocolate mousse. He says, and it went a bit. He's actually eaten some while he were on. It turned out okay in the end, Ian. But I'm still going to try it again. So. But anyway, same as I say, it's all right. We're talking about the dating scene for Callum. We're doing, you know, how to, you know, how to find Callum a girlfriend. So if anybody knows any girls out there that are in this country,
16 plus.
Yeah, it's got to be 16 plus. Well, I mean, the lady, the girl has got to be 16 plus. Okay then, Bella.
Hi, Bella.
See you later, Bella. You might get breakfast in bed, you never know, Bella. Well, I mean, legally, it can go to a nightclub in November because he's 18 in November. So yeah, just another reminder, don't forget Bella's live tomorrow at 8 o'clock. Set your reminders. You don't want to miss it. So yes. Bloody midges doing me head in. I ain't got a clue, Ian. So as I say, I was saying earlier, it's a bit socially awkward. You know, I mean, I'll just say to everybody, Chris did a video that he published this morning, and Callum went out with him yesterday for a walk. And as the ladies were walking past, Callum were like following and walking past. So, you know, he's eyeing them up, but he's, you know, that's about as far as it goes.
Yeah,
Ian Poor, I wouldn't have thought it would have been a problem in Sheffield. I hear there's more women than men there. And Wakey's put, no, that's Barnsley.
yeah, but you see some women in Barnsley. That's why there's more women in Barnsley than men.
Oh dear me, that were a good one. But yes, I says to Chris, I says, so long as you don't start leading him astray and you know, teaching him bad habits, let's just say, you know. But yeah, same as we've said, there's no harm in him looking. He can look, but not touch. Well, at the moment, anyway. Got some good memories of Friday nights in Barnsley.
Oh, it's only because we were drunk.
Oh dear. Well, I mean, I've heard Chris tell a few stories, like grab a granny night at Roxy's. So yeah, you know, I think some of them he'd rather forget.
Definitely.
Yeah. I've seen some crap in Barnsley. Hiya, Gordo, how are you?
Gordo!
But yes, at least it wasn't a bat. He says that he's just seen on TV someone grabbed a live crab and killed it, then eat it. So, but yeah. I was out one night round Wigan as a sprout, and Wigan lass said that they come in with me whether they like it or not. I bet Ian didn't put much up of a fight. But I said earlier on, you know, if Pixie's chat up lines anything to go by, you know, he needs some pointers. Yeah. I mean, when we first met, I stood at bar and he went, do you want to drink? You know, or, you know, not like, oh, you're looking beautiful tonight or something like that. Do you want a drink? He says, no, I was scared she could have been a prop forward. But yeah, you know, I mean, there were no romance there, you know.
Hey.
What? Go on.
You declined that drink, and yet about 10 minutes later, he says, "You want that drink, then or what?"
Adrian says we've got to be polite, ain't we, Chris?
Yeah.
He says, Wakey says, did you reply? No, I'm waiting for a bus. I went, no, I've just got these. I've just been to bar for a round when he asked me. So I were out with my friends, and I goes back to my friends and went, that strange bloke at bars just asked me if I want a drink. You know, and I'd only just like split up with my ex-husband. And, you know, same as I said, I'd been out dating scene for 20 odd years. So, you know, so they were all saying, well, why don't you go over there and you know, say, oh, does that drinks, you know, I more or less got cajoled into going over and chatting to him. And then rest history, I've been able to get shut on him since. And still to this day is still strange. But yeah, you know, he come over to see me one day and never went back. But having said that, we've been married 17 years on 21st of June. Well, Jeanette, he can't see what was best thing since sliced bread. Me. Yeah. So yeah, 21st of June is we've been married 17 years. We've been together, is it 20 years this year? Defin? Oi! I says, is it 20 years we've been together this year?
19.
Is it? We've been married 17 years and we were together 3 years before we got married. Yeah, 2 days. I were only on about it other night, Kate, because Chris's niece, her birthday's on 19th as well. Now he's got headphones on, Adrian.
I'm watching Chris Wilder's interview.
Oh. I don't know how you dare.
I've got you on my phone.
I'm on about, yeah, I had to put up with her for 17 years. Well, don't worry, somebody would soon take me off your hands. I past 36 years, mind you, last 17 I've lived in shed. But yes, same as I say, on 21st of June, we've been married 17 years, but we've been together like nearly 20 years. Alpaca bags. I noticed Wakey's put, you only get 14 years for murder, Jeanette. I mean, I often say that if I'd have murdered him, I'd have been out before now on parole. Now, I mean, it makes all these jokes about alpaca bags and everything, but he couldn't live without me, really.
And vice versa.
I could easily live without you.
Yeah. You said that now.
Oh dear. But yeah, same as I mean, I often say to him when he makes jokes like alpaca bags for it, but somebody will soon take me off his hands. I mean, I'm not bad for me age. It's the lemon drizzle. You know, I mean, if I say so myself, I'm not bad looking for me age. So, and this bloody tag keep sticking out. Who mentioned drizzle? I'll give you 2 guesses who that is. I say. Somebody says who mentioned drizzle. I'll give you 2 guesses who that.
I bet that's Rick.
Yeah. But yeah, you know, I mean, he's got headphones on, Kate, and I keep shouting over to him, and you know, he is actually deaf in one ear.
Huh?
You'll get her. Which is a good thing in certain circumstances, that he is deaf. Well, you know, he's because he had a grommet and everything fitted in it. Because they were saying that it got like a build up of fluid behind his ear, and that were what were causing his deafness. But they fitted a grommet, and it didn't solve the problem anyway. So, Welsh Clark says his Alexa's been noticing naughty songs. Glue ear, yeah, that's basically what they were saying it was. You know, when there's like a build up of fluid behind. Because see, what it were, Kate, when he were little, he had a lot of ear infections, and they reckon that's what's caused the damage to his ear. But yeah, so the company that he packed up with to look after me for, they have to have like a you know, where make sure that they fit enough for the job, let's just say. And they says, did you realise, you know, you were in your left ear, you only sort of 40%, you've only got 40% of hearing in your left ear. And he says, yeah, he says it's been like it since I were a kid. Yeah, well, you see, I mean, Chris only had this problem through keep getting ear infections, and same as I say, it's not affected his speech or anything, but the thing is, his dad has got hearing aids in both ears, so I think it's like, you know, it's like a hereditary thing, you know what I mean? Having problems with the ears. Same as I say, they fitted this grommet in his left ear, and basically it did nothing. He says he does his opera in car. But that's one way to annoy your brother anyway, Amjad. But yeah, I mean, they did say that as he gets older, he might have to have an hearing aid. But that's sort of as a last resort. Yeah. But you see, that's the problem when they have like hearing problems when they're young. It does affect the speech. But you see, the thing is, Kate, when he had this, I mean, it's only like a couple of years ago, we had this grommet fitted. Now, they said after about a year, it's supposed to fall out naturally. Now, it went for a checkup and have another hearing test and everything. And they said the grommet was still in place. So, basically, they had to get a long pair of tweezers and dig it out with one of these long pair of tweezers, because by rights they said it should have fell out naturally.
Well, it's sort of like it got at an angle and dug his head in.
So yeah, you know, I mean, this grommet that they fitted Chris should have come out naturally, because basically what they do is when they fit these grommets, they drill a hole in your ear so the fluid behind the ear drains out. You know, and basically it's like when you have your ears pierced and whatever, they heal up, don't they? Well, supposedly this grommet should have fallen out naturally, but it didn't. So when he went for a checkup, they had to like You know, we thought that he'd probably have to go in for another operation because it's right inside the eardrum, blah, blah, blah. So, yeah, I mean, same as I say, that's what caused Chris's hearing. You know, he had a lot of ear infections when he was a kid. He has, I think he's had his tonsils out.
Yes.
He has had his tonsils out. But I don't think did they take the adenoids out as well?
The adenoids?
Yeah, that's something to do with your...
Can't remember.
So, yeah, but yeah, I mean, because Chris had that many ear infections, and it were affecting, because like even now to this day it's affected his sense of smell and his to some degree his sense of taste as well. So it sort of affected everything, his sense of taste, his sense of smell, but obviously, by the time they did something, it were too late because it had damaged his hearing. So, so basically, same as I say, they fitted this grommet, which same as I said, in my reckoning, they should have done that when he were a kid. I mean, they took his tonsils out. So, this grommet should have been fitted when he were a kid, but obviously they didn't do that, and basically, so it's the damage is already done in Chris's case anyway. We remembered game that they'd done before, so we were cheating, in other words. But yeah, same as I say, Chris has had his tonsils out, but I can't remember whether he had his adenoids done or not. But yeah, it's just one of them things. I mean, he's only... Did you hear my stomach then? Wonder you didn't hear it over there. My stomach, it went... He says he does little jobs while keen as a street. Pardon me. But you see, you know what I mean? That's it, Kate. You know what I mean? When they've got a problem with the hearing, he's bound to get frustrated if he knows what he's trying to say, but he can't actually say it. He had his gonads out as well. But yeah, you know what I mean? It's I can understand it from little Harry's point of view. He knows what he wants to say, but he's getting frustrated as he can't say it properly. He's got it in his mind. He knows what he wants to say, but it's frustrating because he can't say it. Undersealed the bathroom. Is that in Caravan or? Oh, she says they wanted us to learn motion. Oh, Macathon. I think it's called Macathon, isn't it?
A little bit of that one.
Yeah. Makes it easier for crossing your legs. Macathon. Yeah. Well, you see, many moons ago, Chris used to work in care industry, and he worked. Yeah, he worked in a care. Well, this was when we lived in Great Yarmouth, and he worked in a care home where they were like Down syndrome and learning difficulties and everything, and some of them were deaf. So Chris did learn a bit of sign language. So Okay then, Adrian. Thank you for coming in, and I'll see you. Yeah, I'll see you on Monday. So yeah, I mean, I do know that's thank you. It was same as I say, you did learn me some, but I've been to bed since then. So yeah, I mean, you know, it's. But you see, the thing is, I mean. You see, when they are his age, I mean, they can what's these things? Them things that Ben Mitchell's supposedly having cochlear ear implants or something, and they're like a thing that goes on back of behind their ears. You know, Harry's at that age where they can do that, and you know they have near to perfect hearing. You know what I mean? And sometimes they fit the baby's wheel as well. I don't think he needs like saying, yeah. But this is the thing. I mean, some as I say, I mean, if they think it warrant, you know, I mean, they've come on leaps and bounds, you know, as regards, you know, operations, etc. You know, some as I say, you know, I think these cochlear ear implants is more for people that are totally deaf, if you know what I mean. See you later, Adrian. So yeah, you know, I mean, it's a bit of a, you know, a worry that same as I say, you know, they're so slow at picking things up, you know what I mean? Oh, Richard says his niece has got the cochlear ear implants because she was totally deaf due to getting meningitis when she were about 4. This lawnmower is fighting me all the way. Well, if it easy, Gordo, then, you know, you know, it's, as they say, these things are sent to testers, you know what I mean? But it's common delayed speech in premature babies, yeah. But yeah, you know, I mean, it must be hard for yourself that, you know, obviously he's getting frustrated that you know what he says, and you know. Oh, my eldest sister was a victim of the MMR back in the 60s. She had all sorts of problems. Don't let it best you, mate. Don't you mean beat?
Bloody power. To be beat.
But yeah, you know what I mean. It's same as I say. I've set fire to it. We were due to have an operation in March. Yeah, it's oh dear, it's you know, it's this damn virus. It's you know, it's like everybody's got to put the life on hold because of it. And same as Chris says, she says it's buff.
Not here, but be your way.
You know, I mean, same as I say, doctor wanted Chris to have an X-ray on his shoulder, and Chris says this were like before the official lockdown, and he says I'm not going anywhere near hospital. What with this COVID-19 and whatever. So he didn't do anything about it because you know what they like. They give you this piece of paper and you go and hand it into X-ray department. Well, Chris says, I'm not, you know, I'm not going anywhere near hospital. It's non-urgent, blah, 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 blah. So he gets a letter other day. They've made an appointment for him. You know what I mean? The same as Chris says, it's not that important that it's not urgent. You know what I mean? it'll wait till this this virus has done one, and everything gets back to normal. You know what I mean? And that's what Chris said. It's not. It's a non-urgent thing. It's just an X-ray on his shoulder to see whether he's got arthritis in his shoulder. She says she's back.
Have you gone? I told her to refresh.
So, we see this as what I'm saying, Richard, about, you know, technology coming on and everything. He says his niece, them cochlear implants are a marvellous invention. She's 16 now and hears perfectly, but this is it. Same as I say, to all respects, I mean, they're behind your ear, and nowadays you can wear your ear over them and nobody knows that they're there. But you see, this is the thing. I mean, same as I've said, when they sent Chris that appointment for his shoulder x-ray, same as I've said, it's not urgent. It's not, you know, they're probably only going to, you know, confirm what we already knew, that it's probably arthritis in his shoulder. So there's no urgency to it. Wakey says, stood 10 foot from
here.
Yeah. Can you give me a sample?
Ready, aim, fire!
Oh dear. But did you see that picture of Jacket other day?
Which one?
Because he's in the lockdown in Spain. She's something to do with golf.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
And what she'd done is she'd blew some gloves up, you know, these rubber gloves, and stuck them on end of a selfie stick. And basically, she says, I've come up with a good invention. I can't physically hug me friend, but she got these blow up gloves on end of 2 selfie sticks. So yeah, well, this is it. You know, it's because of the virus, Kate. It's basically everything's had to be put on hold. You know what I mean? I had to push for him to get it done. I spoke to pals because they left it 2 years since the first stop, that they messed up and it needs to, yeah, this is it. Correct, you would never know she had them. They're held in place by magnets under the skin, so you can whip them off if you go swimming. Well, that's it. That's it. Same as I say, there's such a fantastic invention, and you wouldn't believe that they work on like vibrations and things like that. You know what I mean? And that's basically, you know, what it entails. It's like something to do with picking up vibrations in your eardrum. But yeah, it's you know, I mean, such as, you know, if they can, this is what gets me. If they can come up with something like that, like the cochlear ear implant, and that is like, you know, technology at its best, you're not telling me that they can't come up with a vaccine for this damn virus. You know what I mean? Somebody somewhere must have the brains or the know-how to come up with a vaccine for this virus. You know, you've got, you know, physicists and all these, you know, brain boxes. You're not telling me that one of them can't come up with a vaccine. But you know, they've got the technology to do keyhole surgery, to do brain surgery, you know, and all this, you know, futuristic, you know, equipment, and they can't come up with a vaccine. But, you know, you're not telling me that there's not some kind of brain, but I mean, they come up with like penicillin, you know, when that were in, you know, in dark ages sort of thing. You know, they managed to come up with penicillin. Well, this is it. This is what I'm saying, Wakey. You know what I mean? You know, they come up with simple penicillin for, you know, and antibiotics, and that were in dark ages. So you mean to tell me that today's scientists and whatever can't come up with a vaccine for this? So you know, same as I've said, and I'll keep saying, there's something that they're not telling us. Yeah, I reckon they've got a vaccine for it already, but they just don't want to put the economy in more debt, giving everybody this vaccine. So the 1920s, well, yeah, I mean, from my point, yeah, they are to us. I hadn't actually watched it, Kate, but I've seen plenty of notifications about it, and I've said all along, before long, Trump is going to start World War III. You know what I mean? There's that, it causes that much controversy with it, or, you know, for whatever reason. But yeah, I mean, you know, in my opinion, 20s were dark ages, you know what I mean? But you know what I'm saying? I mean, I would just speaking metaphorically. Rod is playing with Spider. Oh dear. But yeah, you know, it's but the thing is, it's there again, Kate, is playing the blame game. You know what I mean? He's playing the blame game.
What?
Fordo. But yeah, I mean, for all intents and purposes, the virus did start in China, but we've only been told that. We don't know for certain, you know, it's man-made, blah, 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 blah. But as they always say, you don't believe everything that you're told, you know what I mean? Trump really does want a war. But you see, same as I've said, when all's said and done, he was only voted in as president to stop Hillary Clinton becoming first lady president. And I think, I mean, he's got no political background, you know, he was just started in China right after Trump's visit. Same as I say, there's a lot that we're not being told, and I still say that. See you later, Richard.
See you, Rich.
Same as I say, you know, I don't think, without a shadow of a doubt, that we'll ever know the truth. Yeah. Kate says the flu pandemic killed loads more than this, but they never had lockdown. Yeah. But and it's like I've said, it's do as I say, not do as I do. Laughing at what Amjad's put. Oh my God, I accidentally just pressed this live stream to my Google Home Mini upstairs. My brother said, who is this? I said, continue your game, honey. See you later, Richard. Thanks for popping in.
Yeah, see you later, buddy.
It's a current now. Ronnie's pulled the legs off it. Instead of being an 8-legged spider, it's a no-legged spider.
He showed me a picture in him, and I was just saying, it'll kill him. Meaning spider will kill Ronnie.
Oh, too many beers in the sun, can't keep my eyes open. Oh dear. But yeah, same as I've said, I mean, he's not got no political career to speak of. And I think he was just voted in as president, so Hillary Clinton didn't become president, because it was basically, or essentially, a 2-horse race, and nobody wanted a woman president. And yeah, it is. You know, I think that's what they're trying to do, Kate. You know what I mean? But you know, all this relaxing of lockdown rules, it's basically it's gone too far now, and the economy is, you know, is suffering because of it. It was a massive bugger. He should have been paying rent. But this is it, you know. I mean, Hillary Clinton got more votes than Fartface. How does that work? There again, I don't know, Wakey. Same as I say, he were only voted in as president, I think, because they didn't want a woman president. And I think basically that's the top and bottom of it. Okay then, Amjad. See you on Monday.
See you later, Amjad.
So have a nice weekend. It was on the arm of the chair that made me jump. But yeah, same as I say, you know, there's a lot that they're not telling us. And if they have got a vaccine, they're holding it back for one reason or another. So, and I still say that. I agree. And I think there's a lot in this country at same Wakey.
Yep.
There's a lot in this country just as bad as what he is. Because it's not going back to normal, I don't think. I think what it is, Kate, as well, we've got used to living how we're living now. You know what I mean? I think that a lot of people will stop socializing. You know what I mean? Because, you know, are we wondering if it's still hanging about? You know, are we taking all precautions to make sure that, you know, we don't get it? Is it safe to go out? You know, it's all right, government saying it's safe to go out, but do we really know that it's safe to go out?
Was it safe to go out all along?
You know what I mean? And then you've got like some of these right-wing activists are saying, oh, you know, it's never existed and blah, de, blah, de, blah. You know what I mean? So you mean to tell me that this 39,000 people died from it and there's no such thing?
And why would they close all the shops and everything?
Yeah, that's it. You won't intentionally plunge your economy into a recession just for the sake of it.
No.
Government haven't killed enough, so they are relaxing the lockdown. But yeah, and it's same with me, Kate. You're thinking, now, is it really safe to go out? Should I risk it and go out? You know what I mean? And that's the quandary that I think people with health issues is worrying about. Is it safe to go out? You know, just because they've said it's safe to go out, is it really safe to go out? You know what I mean? And I've always said to Chris, the thing is, when they say, you know, lockdown's been lifted, blah, 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 and they say it's safe to go out, because we've been stuck in house that long, we're going to be frightened to go out. Dwarves have health issues. But you know what I'm saying is we've got that frightened, you know, and they say, oh, yeah, it's safe to go out now, you know, lockdown's been lifted, blah, 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 and all this crap. But is it really safe to go out? You know what I mean?
Who knows?
And that's what a lot of people will be thinking. Well, I've spent 12 weeks in lockdown. You know, you've got used to that certain way of life. It's 11 o'clock. Yeah.
It's a minute past, actually.
Yeah, don't time fly when you're having fun. I can hear banging out there.
Banging.
Listen. Can you hear it? A bit late at night to be DIYing. You go and stand at the front door, you'll hear it.
If it's over there, I can't hear it. I'm not hearing it, am I?
Yeah, it's out here somewhere. Somebody's doing some banging or whatever.
11 o'clock at night.
At 11 o'clock at night. There's some weird folks around
running
here.
out and say what you're doing to our car.
I don't know who it is, Kate. All I can hear is like banging. It'll be Johnny 5. You can't tell me you can't hear it. We've got ours as in front and behind us, Kate. It's like our here. We've got like we live in a cul-de-sac, right? And it sounds like it's coming from over that way. Chris has gone to investigate.
I don't believe it.
What?
Well, I was just bang opposite here.
These are. I said it were coming from over here.
It's about there. Third house from
end,
house
yeah.
From that end.
Smack bang in middle.
Fire.
Got a fire?
Building a fire.
Huh?
11 o'clock at night.
So there you have it. Chris, the investigator's been on the job and found out. I told you it were coming out from over here.
Oh, coppers.
So yeah, Chris says they're building a fire. So, but it's normally quiet round here. Same as I say, I kept hearing this banging and I kept thinking, well, who's doing DIY at 11 o'clock at night? You know, it sounds like hammering.
Oh, excuse me.
So, right, guys, I am going to get off. And I will see you on Monday. A bonfire.
Yeah, bonfire.
Yeah.
Not the house was on fire.
No, the house is not on fire. They've built a bonfire in back garden.
I bet they've got one of them big oil drums.
Yeah, them big drums, yeah. So I'll see you all on Monday. And yes, I hope everyone has a great weekend. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. And I'll see you on Monday. Bye.